Hi everybody and welcome to my first video as Every Bit Gaming! Might have to edit that bit out. We'll see. And this first video, as you can probably tell by the title, is the Wii U. Are you going to get one or not? I may come up with a catchier title than that. When the Wii came out, that was heavily underpowered compared to the existing consoles 360 and the PS3. The DS was laughed at and mocked prior to its release, because it was competing against the PSP. And I mean, just look how successful the DS has been. I'm just perhaps now wondering if maybe Nintendo's gone one step too far with the Wii U. And like I say, I'm bound to be biased. I'll try and see the pros and cons, but for me at the minute, it's... I hope that changes. I hope Ninty proved me wrong. I mean, the first time I heard about the Wii controller, the remote, I thought, what the... The way it was described to me was like a TV remote, and sort of just thinking, that ain't no controller. They've tried to be innovative and quirky, and to begin with, the Wii was a smashing console. I mean, the gameplay and the novelty of using the Wiimote to to play the games, the way it would work, it reinvented gaming. And there's a term you hear thrown around so much these days, which is casual gamers. It's not a gamer's console. Don't get me wrong, there's some cracking games on it, and there are some games on it too, but you got to agree the majority of games on that system are either cash-ins, poor ports, sounded funny, poor ports, and just casual games, the Wii Play and the Wii Party games, they're great fun, but it's not a proper game. It's no different to your mum playing Angry Birds on her iPhone or whatever. It's that kind of market which they tend to target it. And I mean, the Wii in our house is a glorified GameCube. It's not very often at all I play a Wii game. When I do, it's generally just a port of an existing GameCube game, like the Resident Evil 4 port or something along those lines. Got so much use to begin with, we had the Wii Sports. Wii Sports is such a clever cash-in title. Wii Sports was great fun. I'm not knocking it at all. It was great fun. I could still pick it up today if one of my mates came around and have a good laugh with it, you know what I mean? But other stuff just gets tiresome. I mean, clearly I don't use the Wii Fit, you can gather from that, but that was a waste of money. They kind of got so many add-ons and that sort of thing. They sort of went down the Sega route, what they did with the Mega Drive. They released the 32X and they released the Sega CD. The Wii's done that. They've released the balance board, they've released the Motion Plus. Now you get the controllers with Motion Plus built in, and it's kind of gimmicky, and the Wii's been on life support for a long time in my opinion. A few standout titles on it itself, but they're generic Nintendo titles. The Mario Galaxy games are fantastic, and New Super Mario Bros. Wii is a cracking game. The Zelda, Nintendo franchises have done really well on it. But anything, in my opinion, with support, I can't think of a single port of a game which has come out on a PS3 and 360 which has transitioned well at all across to the Wii. And I've spent 5 minutes now talking about the Wii, and this is meant to be about the Wii U. So that's the backstory. Such an idiot. Yes, the Wii U. First impressions, it's already been said, it looks like a Wii that's fell over. Cosmetically, looks nice enough. The main thing about the Wii U, as you're probably all aware, is the controller. And when I say controller, I mean controller. I realise there's not one here. Yeah, for me, that's the biggest gimmick. I've had my fun with the Wii. There's one over there, that's why I'm pointing over there. I've had my fun with the Wii. The motion controls have been copied by, the PS3 and Kinect, in PlayStation Move and Xbox Connect and things like that. So it's not a novelty anymore. It was great fun while it lasted. We had a good run. And the Wii U you've still got the motion control, and you've also got this big tablet. Now, from what I understand, there's one tablet per system, and then you can add additional controllers as well. The remotes. So, say you and 3 or 4 friends want to play Rayman. Which, by the way, looks absolutely smashing. I really enjoyed Rayman Origins on the PS3, and Legends looks brilliant. But one of you gets to have the controller, so immediately you've got, the favourite kid, or what I mean. You've automatically got an argument going over who gets to have the tablet. But yeah, from the video that I saw of Rayman Legends, everybody's playing along. the guys and girls are sat there with their remotes, you know, enjoying it as you do, and then they all jump on this platform, and the one person who's got the tablet controller goes, and they get to move the lift. I thought, wow, it's pretty impressive stuff. They also went a bit Skylanders-y, and they put a heart on the tablet, and health started raining down, which was a nice effect, but really, I mean, I've got a box full of shit here, let me show you. This is our Wii box at the minute. It's not a box of Wii. It has a bunch of Wii games in there, and then like, we've already got so much crap in here already. We've got the Wiimote with the steering wheel in, and we've got like a loose nunchuck, and then this is the annoying thing, like we've got a loose silicone case here, and then we've got one here with the Motion Plus in, and like there's just already too much shit in here. It'd be nice to have it, but like I don't need more shit. I mean, the tablet looks nice, but I can soon see the novelty wearing off. They've said you can use it as a dual screen, so the missus walks in and goes, come on, deal or no deal's on, get your Wii U off. I can just go, I don't need to turn it off, my lady. That's the noise I imagine it makes. The picture transfers from the TV to the Wii U tablet, so you can carry on gaming. Sounds like a brilliant idea for anybody who's not got two TVs. It's not always, you know, the easiest way, but you know, for me that's not really a selling point. You know, I bought this nice big TV, nice HD TV. Want to play my games on it. Am I really going to sit and transfer it to, you know, a handheld tablet, or am I going to go and get my DS out for a bit and play on that instead? I think it's a nice idea, and it will work well for certain things. But you know, one of the biggest draws about the Wii U is having this tablet with the extra stuff on the screen. So, for instance, I don't quite know how it's going to go about it, but imagine on Batman, you've got Batman on your TV. On your lap, you've got your map, or maybe, you know, the missions that you need to do, or your objectives, something like that. If you then go and transfer from your TV to your tablet, TV's over there as well, that's what I'm pointing over there. I just spat as well, it's quite nice, I'll clean it up in a bit. You know, if you transfer from your TV to your tablet, you're losing that extra feature, you know, which they're really heavily pushing at the minute, this extra feature, this extra screen. If you then go and transfer it from your TV to your lap, you know, you're back to basics, you've got the one screen again. The other thing I think about the dual screen is, I think for some things, it will work really well. I can imagine for like a Ghost Recon strategy style game, like they did on the 3DS, you know, you had the map and you could see where the guys were and shit like that, on the lower screen, and then, you know, transition it to the TV. I think that's a really good idea. But if it's just stuff like transferring a map to that screen, I don't know, so say you're playing Zelda, you've got the map on your lap, rhyming, and you've got the TV on. Again, TV's over there. You know, for me, at the minute, playing Zelda on the Wii, GameCube, SNES, you know, whatever I'm playing it on, it's not difficult for me to press a button, press start, press, you know, whatever button it may be, bring up a map screen. I don't mind those few seconds where I'm not looking down, you know, at a screen like that. You know, for me, it's not a big deal. I think what's going to happen is, I can imagine a lot of publishers making stuff for this second screen just because they have it there. You know, stuff that's not going to be worthwhile in the slightest, or, you know, that going out of their way to give you something on this extra screen, which, you know, might be nice to have, but you wouldn't have lost anything by not having that on, say, the PS3 or something along those lines. But speaking of which, you know, with a 360, you now got Smart Glass, which is an app for your mobile or your tablet, which acts like a dual screen on something you already have. Which I think is a brilliant idea. You know, I wouldn't say go out and buy a tablet to get Smart Glass, but these days, how many people have a smartphone running Android, iOS, or how many people have a tablet? You know, you can already turn that into something, be it an extra controller from Netflix, or, you know, bring up something extra in the game. Using as a keypad seems to be one of the biggest benefits to people for the new Internet Explorer browser. But the Wii U, I'm still not convinced. I don't know, I think the tablet is really going to get gimmicky very soon. For me, it's going to be... My hands are small. I've got ladies' hands. No offence, ladies. They're only little. They suit a controller perfectly, you know what I mean? But going for a big controller like this, be it heavy or not, it's not going to feel natural to me. I'm sure I'll get on with it. I'm sure I'll probably get a Wii U at some point. But, like, it's gone too far away from gaming, and it seems to focus more on the casual side of things. If you've seen the advert in the UK, you'll see exactly what I mean. I'll pop a link to that shambles down below. I think Nintendo have really lost a lot of respect, and they've lost quite a few tricks by focusing more on casual games. I can see why the dual screen would be good for certain things, but the majority of things I think stuff we don't necessarily need. It's going to be made for the sake of having the dual screen. I'm not convinced. And like the launch lineup for it, a lot of the games on the launch lineup are games which have already been out for either a while or a little while. So you've got Batman, you'll have Mass Effect. At some stage, I can't remember if Mass Effect is a launch title actually. You know, games like Tekken have been confirmed for it, which games that are already out. I'm trying to imagine what extra stuff this controller can bring to the Wii U experience of it. You know, for instance, say you're playing Tekken. I think it's Tekken Tag 2, which is coming out on the Wii U. Rhyming again. Tekken Tag 2 coming on the Wii U. What's wrong with me? You know, Tekken Tag 2 is coming out. What could this extra controller possibly add? If they go down the Street Fighter 3DS route, you get pre-programmed special moves on the tablet, which, like, for Street Fighter fans, that was just I can't even speak about it. Fair enough, for beginners, if it's their first time playing it or whatever, fair enough. But the majority of people who enjoy fighters, the challenge is learning these long combos, learning these special moves. If you've got somebody who can just press it at the touch of a button, you're going to lose your rag in online play with some kid somewhere in the middle of nowhere who's thrashing you just by tapping the stupid tablet. I mean, say I'm coming out fairly negative here, but there is some good stuff, you know. The new Mario Bros. U, or whatever it's called, Mario Bros. Wii U, Super Mario Bros. Wii U, I don't know what it's called, but you know, it's a Mario game. Recent Mario games, they've been pretty repetitive, but you know, it's a Mario game, it looks pretty good. Pikmin 3 is getting a lot of attention, that's going to be quite a popular game, I think. You know, there will be good games coming out. I mean, on Mario, what's the tablet going to do for that? Is it going to be similar to the 3DS version, where when you get a special box, or when you get a power-up like a mushroom or whatever, it goes into the tablet screen, so you do that. You know, when chances are there'll be a button somewhere on the controller that's not being used for anything. It's a Mario game, how many buttons do they use? I mean, I know I'm rambling a lot, but it's a difficult topic. I mean, I've not pre-ordered a Wii U. I'm not getting it at launch. You know, there's two models. There's an 8 gig and a 64 gig. Or I've not even looked into that much. There's an 8 gig model. I know that's the base model. Then there's a higher end model. They've got this new Mi Central or whatever it's called. There's a Miiverse, you know, which is more of a social thing. Which is one thing Nintendo's been slacking on with the Wii. The Wii has not been a particularly sociable console. Online gaming's not really been supported very well. It's not easily accessible. It is a bit fiddly. I hope they work things out. Personally, I'm always a generation behind with games. Like, I'm only just starting to play my PS3 as a PS3 now. Most of the stuff I play on it up until recently has been PS1 games. I've played quite a few PS3 games, but I'm an antisocial bastard. And, you know, I don't play online a lot because I just don't get around to it, and I tend to play the games for what they are a lot of the time. You know, I enjoy Call of Duty and stuff like that sometimes, but I don't play online with those sort of games just because I don't have the time to level up and play it consistently. I prefer games for their storyline, and I prefer a game these days to be a good game with decent online play added in. Whereas a lot of games these days I feel are online games with a game added onto that, which I think can be lacking a little bit. That's a different kettle of fish. Yeah, I'd be interested to see what people think about the Wii U. I know my view has been very, very negative. I've not looked into everything as much as perhaps I should have done. But just initially seeing the advert, seeing a couple of articles, a few videos, you know, I've seen bits and bobs, and that's the thing that I've sort of gathered from it. I was critical of the Wii when that was first noted. I've had some good times with the Wii. You know, for a while, me and the Wii, we were two peas. Nowadays, the Wii is neglected, and like I say, it's just a glorified GameCube in our house. Yeah, that's my 2 pence. I'd be interested to know what other people think, and you know, if anybody's got anything constructive to say. Say this is the first video for Every Bit Gaming, and I couldn't have gone a bit more subtle, could I? It's had to be a right long one. But anyway, guys, cheers for watching. At some stage, when I get a chance, I'll try and do more videos on this channel. I've started a Twitter account as well, because I'm a bit of a twat. So I'll pop a link down to that below. Don't expect any wise words of wisdom or anything overly interesting to appear on that, but there'll be nuggets of gaming-related topics occasionally when I get around to it. you're noticing a pattern here, I can tell. But yeah, anyway, guys, cheers for watching. I continue to ramble, but yes, farewell.